Hello, my name is Isaiah, and welcome to Today News. Sad times in America today as we bring you this special report on what is now being called the Great Recession. Now, before we get into what has happened, let us get into the cause. It all started at the beginning, where the main cause was subprime mortgage. Now let us break up this word. Sub is a prefix and it means below. But prime, the definition of prime, is having all the expected characteristics of something. One example of this is credit. And you can have bad credit, you can have good credit. Credit is how reliable you are in paying back a loan. There is a certain point, and if you have lower credit than this point, then you will not qualify for a loan. But if you do have better credit, then you do qualify for a loan. But what happened was many people were like, oh, wow, housing is going to go great because the price of housing had already gone up for years. So financial advisors were like, you should go into real estate because real estate is what's going to be the big thing. It's what's going to be the new thing, the expensive thing. It's what's going to get you lots of money. So many people went out, and banks were generous enough to give out subprime mortgage. And what subprime mortgage was if you had credit, if you had high credit, low credit, or no credit, no matter which credit you had, it would be okay. You would automatically qualify for a loan to get a house, hoping you could sell profit, pay off your loan, and make money in the process. So it seemed like a real good bet because the price of housing had already gone up. So financial advisors were like, you gotta do it. I mean, it's already been proven. Here's the graph. So let's go. It did not turn out that way because now that anyone could now get a loan and automatically afford a house, everyone bought houses if they didn't already have a house, or maybe they bought another house. Whatever the reason, they bought houses using subprime mortgage loans, hoping to make money from selling the house later in life. Unfortunately, because everyone had a house, there was no longer any demand for houses, which means because there was no demand, there was no value. So the value of houses decreased dramatically, which was both cataclysmic and devastating to people and banks. People could no longer sell the houses for profit, which means they could no longer pay off their loans to the banks, which means the people lost money and their houses got foreclosed. The banks lost money because they could no longer pay back their loans, which means both people lost money and they did not work well. It did not work well at all, but I will not be the one to explain this. In fact, I will have it turn over to our reporter in the field who will give us more information on this topic. Now, how are you doing out there, Colton?
Hello, everyone. I'm Colton, Isaiah. I'm doing well. And because of pre-prime mortgage and this time in our lives right now, people were buying and trying to sell houses, but losing so much money. And this caused a cascade of effects on our economy, as in people losing jobs and companies going out of business, as well as the banks having to get money from the government. And one of the houses that would have been sold would be this one that you'd see to my right, would have been a perfect one to buy and resell because of the area and etc. But because of this time, there was no demand for houses because everybody was already buying them. So this made it hard for people to keep money because they were spending it all on houses and trying to resell to make some profit. But since this all happened, there was a cascade of events that happened leading to the downfall, and this now being called the Great Recession because of it was the biggest financial crisis since the Great Depression. I'm getting news from our director that because of this grave time, we are now out of funding, and this recording is now over.